You gotta flip that motherfucking switch. You did that switch that say fuck motivation, fuck the club, fuck the drugs, fuck the liquor, fuck the bitches, fuck everything. We gonna lock in. You need fucking discipline, you dig? You know what I'm talking about? You gotta flip that motherfucking switch. You gotta let that motherfucking switch, that real switch, that mental switch just flip and go in beast mode for real. And a lot of motherfuckers say they in beast mode and grind mode and all that kind of shit. Motherfuckers ain't new. Like, you wouldn't know if what staying down was if it hit you in the fucking face. You know, get your motherfucking diet right. You dig? Get your motherfucking, spend your time right. You dig? Get your grind right. Understand how you growing. Figure out what direction you're going into, because it don't matter how fast you're going. Speed, direction is much more important than speed. I hope that don't go over nobody's head. Direction is much more important than speed. So you can be grinding and grinding and thinking you running it up fast and all that kind of shit. If you go in the wrong direction, my brothers, then you're going to be fucking misplaced again. Direction is more important than speed. The slow and steady do win the race. Now, we going to still be fast, but we going to be fast and steady. And I hope you're ready. You did? Because you got to pull your motherfucking seat up. Yeah, and strap that motherfucking seatbelt. And so we going to stay buckled up, because we going to blast off. You did. With a mentality like this, you guaranteed to blast off. It's just a matter of time. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. You dig? And we going to shoot amongst the stars. You dig? Yeah, the sun, moon, and the stars. Because, see, this is the thing about it. We all built for greatness. If you're watching this video right now, you built for greatness. Because you wouldn't be watching this video otherwise. It wouldn't have came across your timeline. You wouldn't be looking at this type of content. You dig? So that means you built for greatness. That means you need to go ahead and flip that motherfucker switch. You dig? Let that motherfucker switch. Yeah. Because it's you can imagine it like the light switch in a room, in a dark room. You dig? When you turn your cell phone light on and you're looking for your keys, guess what happens when you turn the cell phone light on? In the dark ass room, the darkness flees. The darkness runs away, and like, wow, you could. So in that dark room, shit is revealed to you. You dig what I'm saying? Now you can get to the light switch. When you flip that motherfucking switch on, oh man, the room is illuminated. You dig what I'm saying? The room is fully enlightened. And when this room is enlightened, there will not be anything that you can't find or see in this room. You dig? And this is how your mind and your body is. When you flip that switch, there will not be nothing that you can't code or encode or decode or motherfucking reprogram, or there will not be nothing that you can't see. So all of your qualities, all of your what's the opposite of qualities? All of your qualities, all of your qualities, all of your flaws, all of your qualities, all of your flaws, you'll be able to see clearly. And you can fix all of these things. You can integrate, the shadow things that you've been putting off. You can integrate these things with confidence. You dig? And be your true self and move freely and have freedom of the mind, your body, and your spirit. You dig? But this life is too short, or they say that we only have one life. Life is precious, too precious for us to live a life of mediocrity. Do not subscribe to a life of mediocrity. Rise up into your seat of greatness. Be great. Do not be mediocre. Adopt a mentality that allows you to shoot for the stars. You dig? Because most men never get a chance to shoot for the stars. Most men never try to be great. Most men never attempt to be great. Most people never unlock their true skills. They never unlock their true powers. Most people never access their true powers because they don't want the task of doing the work to be great. Because to be great, let's be honest, it takes work. Being great is not something that's just going to come. No one is just born great. everybody that we ever thought of that you can that you, we anyone that we've ever looked at on TV or any celebrity, any leader, any president, anybody who's ever been great. No one became great overnight. No one was born great. The people who were great and who became great, every athlete that you know of, everybody that you know of that's great, worked consistently to be great. They iterated. You dig what I'm saying? The repetition that repetitive, they was repetitive with their greatness. They didn't just become great overnight. You dig? So you can take this and patch that into your program, then you can realize like you can relax, you can fucking relax when things don't work your way overnight. When you ain't seeing results from your push-ups over fucking night, because results from push-ups don't come overnight. It's not how the shit work. You have to work at things. You dig what I'm saying? If I said I'm gonna cast a pebble into the river for 100 days, I'm gonna cast a pebble in the river for 100 days. I ain't gonna if I fucking skip a week, I ain't gonna try to throw fucking 7 pebbles in the next day. The next my day returning throwing pebbles in, I'm gonna pick up and start throwing the motherfucking 1 pebble again. You dig what I'm saying? And that's how this shit work. You know what I'm saying? You might skip a beat, but if you do skip a beat, grab that motherfucker and get back in the rhythm. You did? Get back in the motherfucking groove. That's the only way how we gonna stay smooth. Get back in the groove and keep it going. Consistency. You dig what I'm saying? Waves of wisdom. I'm giving you the codes. Each I'm giving you the codes. Let's unlock. You did. You can unlock all kind of shit that you never knew that you would be, that you never knew that you had in you. All kind of potential that you never knew that you have. There's all kind of potential you have. Most people don't even know that true potential. If most males don't even know how their abs look, and your abs is genetic. Some people got a 12-pack. If they just built it, if they just got lean enough to be able to see that, they would have a 12-pack. Some dudes got more than that. Some dudes, you dig what I'm saying? Some people got a 4-pack, a mean ass 4-pack. You just gotta get to a certain point to where you want to reach your genetic potential. You dig what I'm saying? And I don't believe that we were here. I don't believe that we've been placed here not to reach our genetic potential. If you look at nature, everything in nature grows to its full potential. A tree, unless a tree is obstructed somehow, unless a tree is held back, unless a tree is restricted somehow, it's going to grow to its full potential. A oak tree grows to the potential of an oak tree. A redwood tree grows to the potential of a redwood tree. See, the thing about it is, unless somebody come interfere with the growth of that tree is going to keep growing, because nature, all the animals, they grow to their full potential. If something don't kill it, it grows to its full potential. A human is the only creature that, for one, the greatest creation on the face of the earth, the most fucking, like the fucking apex of the apexes, the real apex predator on the face of the earth. Sometimes we are apex predators on the face of the earth, but we choose lives of mediocrity when we don't have to. You dig? You could build kingdoms. You dig what I'm saying? We build kingdoms. You dig? This is what the potential of the human is, and it's beyond that. You dig? It's beyond that. But this shit deep. Yeah, this shit deep. Humans have so much potential. You dig? So much genetic information. So much genetic information in our DNA that we must unlock, that we must access. But we have to program ourselves to be able to access our genetic information, our real genetic codes. You dig? We have to program ourselves. We have to exercise our mind, bodies, and our spirits to be able to access our true higher selves. We cannot access our higher selves doing drugs, drinking liquor, chasing bitches, chasing, you know, bullshit. You dig? We must, and when I say we must get this money. We gonna get this money regardless. But everything else is obsolete. We only in this world, right? Now, cause don't confuse the earth with the world. We only in this world to do business. As the higher man is only in this world to do business. We're not here to have fun. We're here to do business in the world, and we are connected to the earth. You dig? We're connected to the earth. But when we go out into the modern day world, we're there for commerce, for business. We're here to do business. We're doing a job. We're building, controlling and manipulating. And then when we're done controlling and manipulating, we gonna go back to our kingdom that we built for us and our family and our bloodline and our legacy. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna take our energy back. You dig? And if you look at any of the greatest men, this is how they move. They're not in the club every week. They ain't going to the clubs. There's no time for that. There's no time for folly. It's only time for building. It's time for controlling and manipulating. You dig? And not controlling and manipulating them in a malicious manner. I'm saying controlling and manipulating your energy and the environment around you. Because this is why we were placed on the face of the earth. The Bible say God gave man dominion over the face of the earth. Dominion over the animals. Dominion. That was the word dominion. That's the spirit. You dig? So it's like you've been leading a life of mediocrity. You dig? If you're not building yourself on a daily basis, if you're not dedicating days, months, weeks, months, years to building yourself as a man, to make yourself a higher value man, to build your value, because as a man you can build your value. You can start off as a total peasant pawn and build yourself up to be a total king, dictator. You could build yourself to be a fucking emperor. You dig? This is how this world works. So we must carefully consider what we lend our times to, because our time, and the thing about it, we must carefully consider what we pay attention to, because these things, time and attention, we pay with this stuff. This stuff costs because we don't know how much time we got. Imagine spending money out of your bank account and you don't know how much money you got in the bank account. You don't know how much money you got in the bank account, but you just swiping the card. Recklessly swiping the card. Want to watch TV. Want to do this. Recklessly swiping the card. But you could have been recklessly, consistently putting money in the bank. Think about your life like this. If you think about your bank account like this, you will be rich. If you're recklessly, consistently putting money in the bank, recklessly, consistently finding income generating opportunities, you will be rich. You will be wealthy. You dig what I'm saying? But if you're recklessly, consistently doing the opposite, spending, doing bullshit, investing your money and your time and your energy into bullshit, you will be poor, dumb, blind, deaf, and dumb in the wilderness of North America. And if you're in anywhere else in the world, it's gonna be blind, deaf, and dumb in the wilderness of the fucking on the earth. Goddamn, the wilderness of the earth, you blind, deaf, and dumb out here. Cause see, the thing about it is, we want knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Cause wisdom is proper manifestation. We want to be able to properly manifest the things that we want. You did. We need clear, proper manifestation. If we say we want this type of life, if we say we want this, we want that, we want exactly that. And the only way to do this is to have the proper knowledge and the understanding of what we really want. You dig? Proper knowledge, understanding leads to wisdom, and that leads to the proper manifestation. This is how we manifest in the physical realm. This is how Steve Jobs and Apple and the other guys who formed this company and gave us these, you know, great phones to communicate, and to the guys who built the social medias, the guys who, they say they did it for this. Bottom line is they're doing something to help humanity, because they created this. Now I'm able to get this message out. You dig? So the thing about it is, all humans have the ability to create things for humanity. Why aren't you working on something for humanity? Why are you just thinking that you just could come here and feed your face and not build, and not control and manipulate, not build yourself? You dig what I'm saying? Think about these things. We don't come here to play around. We got a job to do. You dig what I'm saying? We don't know how long we're gonna be here. We don't know how much money is in that bank, in that life bank, in that time bank. You don't know how much time you got in that bank. You don't know how many more sunsets you got. You don't know how many times the sun gonna set. We don't know how many times we're gonna be able to see the sun rise and hear the birds chirping. You don't know how many days you're gonna have. You don't know how many repetitions you're gonna have of that. So if you don't know that, you need to be going for the gusto every day, wasting as little time as possible. Did you know, if you just wasted 2 hours a day, right, which is 730 hours a year. 2 hours a day is 730 hours a year. This is 2 hours a day is what most people. It's the time that most people waste on social media, just endlessly doom scrolling. It's the time that people waste watching TV. They waste doing bullshit. 2 hours a day. Most people waste more time than that. But just 2 hours is 730 hours a year. That 2 hours redistributed it or deposited into something more positive, right, would have gave you so much more of a return on your investment that you would be pissed to go to the club and do drugs